Welcome. My name is Philip Swicegood, and I am so excited today to be at Vein Specialist of the South with Dr. Harper and the newest member of the Vein Specialist of the South family, Dr. Delius. Now, we will introduce Dr. Delius to you in just one moment, but before we do that, Dr. Harper, I hear that despite COVID-19, despite everything else that's happened this year, Vein Specialist of the South is expanding. Can you tell me about that?
Sure. You know, it was interesting what we've been through in 2020. We never expected that. We had big plans for 2020, and some was expansion into Locust Grove market, which is South Atlanta market. It's been one of my dreams for a long time, and passions to offer the kind of care that we offer at Vein Specialists there to that community. We already had a lot of people coming down from that area, and we wanted to make it more convenient for them to provide the WOW service and vein care on a personal basis on their behalf. So we were a little took a step back in March and kind of deciding what we were going to do. We already had a national search for a new physician to join our practice, but we kind of put it on hold. But when things started to turn for the better in May, we reached out to Dr. Delius and made our first contacts with him because we, looking at his resume, like he'd be a great addition to our team, someone who would fit our culture and offer some things to the people in the Middle Georgia area we thought would be a very positive addition.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we have a brand new member of the Vein Specialist of the South family that I want to introduce you guys to. He is, he is from Michigan, so some of these Georgia summers might take a little bit of getting used to. His resume is also thicker than the Wall Street Journal, so he is highly accomplished and is just a great guy. I want to introduce you guys to Dr. Delius. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, it's great to be here, first of all. As you mentioned, I came from Michigan. I've been in Michigan since 2001. I was doing congenital heart surgery for 18 years, and I decided to retire for a brief bit, but after about 6 months, I couldn't do it anymore, and so I started looking for something else, and a friend of a friend made a recommendation about getting the vein care, and at this phase of my life, it sounded like something that would be really interesting, and I really enjoyed it. When I came down to Macon, to look at the job, I was blown away by the clinic. It's so much more advanced and so much more comprehensive than anything else I had seen.
Wow, wow. So in my notes, I have that you've been published 83 times, you have 10 book references, and you have 6 postgraduate training. So it sounds like you just like to take it easy and kind of lay back, right?
Yeah, that's my hobby. No, but generating new knowledge is important, and you need, to advance medical science, you need to be to make contributions in that regard, and education is important to myself as it is to Dr. Harper, and we have a tremendous volume of patients coming through, and so we can certainly use that to further the science of vein care.
That's wonderful. Dr. Harper, what's your vision for how Dr. Delius will help Vein Specialists of the South reach new people and just in a more general sense actually fulfill the mission of Vein Specialists of the South?
Great, that's a good question. You know, it's always important, I think, to have someone come in with a new eye, looking at how we do things and why we do things, asking questions. So I look forward to interacting with Dr. Delius in this regard. As you mentioned, he has a really strong background in research and writing papers, and I think that's something that he and I talked about. I've wanted to have more input from Vein Specialists, and we look forward to collaborating on that. I think we'll be a great team for that. We also all about education of our patients and our staff, and we actually have doctors from all around the country who come and learn about the comprehensive vein care and the methods that we use. So I think putting all those together, I think it will be a real plus on the education sides and also on the patient care sides of things that we can do and accomplish together.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, Dr. Delius, I know you've only been here for about a week now and you haven't been able to see much of Macon, but out of everything you've been able to see and do, what do you think's been your most favorite aspect so far?
Well, it's hard to say after just a week. I haven't had a chance to explore the restaurants yet, but I can tell you one thing already, that people are nicer here than they are in big northern cities. I can say that for sure.
That's great. That's great. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. If you have any needs in the vein care area, please give us a call. We would love to chat with you. Have a great day.